This week's photography activity is a great one, especially if you're stuck inside, because although you can't go anywhere, with this activity, we can go everywhere. So, like many of you out there, I've spent most of my week stuck indoors again, and I'm getting pretty bored of my location. But while I was sitting there watching TV, I suddenly thought maybe I could use this as my backdrop and do something interesting. And well, it turns out you can. So let me show you how I set up. Now, I'm going to use my TV, but you don't have to. You could use a laptop or even a tablet. But the first thing you need to do is think of a location. Now, I actually just wanted a sunset, so I went to Google Images and just searched sunset. So then once my TV was set up and I had the image I wanted, I needed a surface in front of it. So I took my office table and I put it in front of the TV. So great, I've set that up, but it still looks like a table. To make it look less like a table, I just threw a black towel on top. So now I've got the TV as the background, I've got the table as the foreground, I need a subject in the middle. So I went and got myself an elephant ornament and put it on the table. Now, how cool is that? And it is so simple and effective. But here's a quick tip with your TV just to help sell that picture. And all it is, go into your TV picture and make sure you've got it on vivid, or I think other TVs call it dynamic, so it's nice and bright and have a great contrast in colours. And another thing you can try as well, if you've got a very summery setup, if it's on a beach for instance, mess around with your white balance so it looks like you're in a real bright yellowy summery feel, and this will just make it a little bit more convincing. And while you're doing this, if you're finding your foreground isn't quite right, or you don't have the right kind of towel to cover it up, don't worry, just move the camera in closer or crop the image. But if you can get your hands on something great for your foreground, this makes all the difference. And I luckily had an offcut of some AstroTurf. And you can see just with this little addition for the foreground, it just makes it incredible. While doing this, I didn't quite realise how many little character ornaments I had around the house. And if this is still not quite working for you, one last thing you can try is using a lower f-stop. And this will give you a more shallow depth of field, so then the background will be a little bit more blurry. And the last thing I wanted to try and do is go to space. So with a little bit of thread and a spaceship, this is what I got. And there you go, that's how to use your TV as a background. I'm going to be completely honest with you, I had more fun with this than I probably should have at my age, but I highly recommend you give it a go. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. If you have a photography question you would like answered in a future video, go leave me a suggestion in the comments. And once you've done that, hit the like and subscribe button, and then I will see you very soon.